Welcome, New Bedford. We're here again to continue the candidate introductions. So in studio today, I have Mike Medeiros. He's running for mayor. He hopes to get your vote on October 1st. We're going to do an interview with him. So welcome to the studio, Mike. Just introduce yourself. Tell me why you're running for mayor.
Thanks, Mike. Thanks for having me today. My name is Mike Medeiros, candidate for mayor of New Bedford, and I'm running for for the mayor of New Bedford because I'm not pleased with the way the city's been going in the past 20, 30 years, and I'm hoping to change that through business and putting the money in the places where it belongs and not through trees, planting trees and walkways that doesn't bring any money into the city.
So I'd like to start off with more personal, get people to know who you are. You're a single guy, no wife and kids, right? What's your occupation?
I'm a carpenter. I've been in the construction business for over 20 years now. And this is where my experience lies. I've been around, built a lot of things that I think we should have in our city and we don't.
Okay, so we'll move on to the political discussion. Every time I do a poll on New Bedford Guide, I always ask residents what's their number one concern, and public safety is always number one. I've done 10 of them. Every time, public safety is number one. So you take over, you win the mayor's office. What's your plan to improve, reduce crime in the city of New Bedford?
Well, unfortunately, this is New Bedford, and nobody wants the crime here. We're hoping to get together with the police chief and the union and everybody that's involved and see what their plan is to deal with those situations, because they are the ones that are experiencing it. I'm not going to walk into their home and tell them how to do their job, you know.
Okay, so move on. So economic development, it's always big. Economy affects so much in the city of New Bedford. The average income per family in Massachusetts is $65,000. New Bedford, it's around $36,000, half of the state average. Is there a way to bring in higher paying jobs into the city of New Bedford?
Higher paying jobs, we could bring in the qualified jobs that we have here. I don't know if you've noticed. All you do is look around the city. What you see is construction trucks everywhere. Don't forget, a lot of the people in New Bedford, they work in construction. It's not necessarily in New Bedford, but if you build things to cater to people who have certain jobs, where we have shopping plazas, we have storefronts like Christian Avenue, which is half of them are vacant. That can bring in jobs for the people that do suit our community.
So is there a way to attract those businesses? As a mayor, what could you do?
We got to clean up the city. Instead of planting trees in neighborhoods that people don't want them, why don't we dress up the Christian Avenue? Why does Union Street look the way it does? Why does Christian Avenue look the way it does? If you've seen the beautiful job that, for example, Cafe Europa and that whole block took Italy Mart, they did a great job on that section of the road. We should do that all the way down. That avenue is very important. It was many, many, many years ago.
So impacting the whole country, Massachusetts more so, and New Bedford pretty significantly, addiction. I'd like to get the philosophy of candidates. Do you think addiction is a choice or a disease?
I mean, obviously I don't know anything about that. I think it's sad what's going on. Obviously, everybody has a choice, but we don't know what everybody's mind is like. Some people struggle through depression and all these other things, so maybe that's why they turn to the drugs. There's drugs that are out there that everybody says, oh, why don't they take this? Every drug has a different effect. Just because you like marijuana doesn't mean you're going to always, it's not a gateway drug. And I don't smoke marijuana. You're not going to smoke marijuana and all of a sudden go into opioids or heroin or cocaine. Every drug has its own high. It's not the same, you know?
Do you think there's enough resources in the city of New Bedford to fight the opioid crisis right now, or is it something you would do differently?
As far as differently goes, that's why we have all these programs. Does it work? I don't know. I mean, it's sad is New Bedford the way it is because of the lifestyle that we live here, as opposed to other communities that have two parents in one household? Maybe they make a little bit more money, maybe the kids are more in school, as opposed to cities like New Bedford that maybe don't have the same mother-father relationship that they do in other cities, you know? Not every city is the same.
So if you're just joining me, I'm here with Mike Medeiros. He's a candidate for mayor for the October 1st election. If you have a question or comment, throw it in, and I'll ask him the questions. So we'll move on. So Recreational marijuana's been around for a while, but it seems like New Bedford's going to be the last city south of Boston to get it. Right now, if everything works out perfectly, we'll get it in 2020, that first recreational shop in the city. You think we moved too slow, too fast, perfectly? Would you done something differently?
I think we moved way too slow. I think this is, unless it's moved, the last time I read up on it, there's maybe 25, 26 dispensaries in the state of Massachusetts.
Yeah, it's roughly around there, and I think we have 4 host city agreements right now in the city, but nothing permanent.
I think every mayor should lead by example and not wait to see other people fail to move forward. I think we've wasted a lot of time and years of tax dollars that could have came in. I've heard some numbers of what Fall River has profited from it, money that we should have profited from, and other cities as well.
Yeah, I think Fall River, the estimate is like 1.3 million in tax revenue, but they've also have the, I don't know if you know the scandal going on in Fall River right now. It's kind of a big deal with, so, yeah, no, I think that's fine. What about a cap? So the city council has signed off on a cap of 8. You think that's right? No cap? How would you do it?
Dispensaries per city?
So there'll be a cap of licenses issued in the city of New Bedford to 8.
I'm never for caps. I think people should be allowed a license if they want to promote business. I'm all about business. People want to do business, I think they should have every right to. I'm not sure how every city works. I know even like, for example, in the Stillwater topic, you want to issue a liquor license. If somebody wants to open up a bar or a cafe, I think they should be able to allow to have a liquor license. It's the same thing with the marijuana. You want to bring in money, you want to bring business to the city, I'm all for it.
So what's your threshold? Would it be equal licenses to alcohol, even more? Or right now it's capped at 20% of alcohol.
As far as giving out licenses?
For marijuana retail, it's capped at 20% of alcohol. Would you make it 100% of alcohol, somewhere close to it?
You mean as far as issuing licenses?
Yeah, yep.
No, I'm all for licenses. If you want to open up a shop, open one up.
So just unlimited.
Unlimited.
Okay.
Why not? Why should we hold anybody back from doing business and bringing money into the city?
Potholes, always a big topic in the city. I don't know if your street looks great or not, but
None of them do.
so what would you do differently?
This is where you have to look at the budget and see what's going on. I don't know who's the guy in charge of it. There are some times when we have teams that come in and there's roads being paved where it should be scheduled where any adjacent roads that are nearby, use the manpower, use the guys that are there. They can fix some of the potholes while the construction has been going on that day. The cost would be that much cheaper as opposed to starting on a whole other day or a whole other week or another month. I think there should be a better schedule of utilizing the extra blacktop, or even get an extra amount of blacktop to get the guys going on that same day and finish the job.
Property taxes. So last year, average resident saw an increase of $220 to their property tax, and that's an increase from the year before, another property tax. Is there a way to reduce taxes or find more revenue? What's your view on that?
That's the whole thing with the revenue. I don't think you can obviously, and you can sit here and maybe lie to people, I'm not gonna do that. To reduce the taxes, I don't see that happening. To keep it the way it is and not raise them, all we have to, it's simple. All we have to do is bring businesses in. And that's what I've been promoting this whole time. I've been saying it for years now. It's not just today. I've been trying to get other candidates to come in. People I've talked to in the past, nobody wants to run for mayor. Nobody wants to do the right thing. The right thing for this city is to bring in jobs. All these grants that we're getting, it's not helping the jobs. That's how we're gonna stop raising taxes on people. We gotta bring business into the city.
Panhandling, kind of an eyesore around the city, the major intersections. The mayor has put spiked cobblestones or has put the medians with a big slab of concrete. City council is putting signs, places you can go donate instead of to the panhandlers. Is there something you would do differently, or is that on par?
Honestly, here's my whole take on that. Is it illegal?
It's not illegal.
Okay, so how can you tell someone not to do something if that's what they want to do? The way I see it, and I tell people all the time, don't give them money. That's the way I look at it. If you're against it, don't give them money. If they're doing something that's not illegal, you know, it's something that some people don't want to see. It's an eyesore. Unfortunately, it's not a perfect world. And the other thing that I don't get is when you do the cobblestone thing, you're talking about spiking them up Did you see a reduction in people hanging over there?
I don't know if I've seen a reduction. Brad Markey came in, he says he thinks there's less out there. I don't know. Are you seeing a reduction?
I see no reduction at all.
Okay.
Here's my whole point is too, how much money did that cost taxpayers' dollars to do what he did with the cobblestones? That's not a mayor I want in my city. That didn't solve anything.
Okay, so we'll wrap up with the last few questions. Big issue the last couple of weeks, and really it's been for years, is the resident waivers for city jobs. I think the last city council, there was like 6 or 7, and they seem to just, so the mayor sends, if they can't, he says he can't find someone in the city of Bedford, say he finds someone for Haven or Dartmouth, they send it to the city council and they vote yes. They seem to all go through. Would you require residency waivers, or would you like to get rid of those?
Is this for
All the city jobs.
the city jobs?
So if they can't find a New Bedford resident, the mayor has to put a
Why can't they find it?
You tell me.
I don't know. If it's because this whole education level that they're talking about, how are we going to bring in certain jobs if we can't even have 6 or 7 people qualified to work in the city of New Bedford? Maybe they're not paying high enough with the people who have a good education, don't want the low-paying jobs that the city has to offer. So, I mean, I'm all for, I think if you want to work in the city, you should live in the city. But if the right person isn't qualified, what can you do? I guess you're going to have to go somewhere else.
Sure. Okay, final question, public housing. There's always thousands of families on the New Bedford waiting list. Are you for a status quo, increasing, decreasing? Now, the mayor doesn't have the power to really do it, but he can work through the state officials. How would you like to see more or less, or status quo?
As far as low-income housing,
Public housing,
public housing?
yeah. Which is considered low income, because they did pay a rent.
That's what I'm saying. I mean, I don't understand how, I think they made a big mistake when they started to let it go privatize into people who own 2- and 3-family homes, where if we have all these old mills and we have all these old factories, why can't we convert them, almost like what they did on like Route 18 and some of those old mill buildings down on where Mars used to be, down by Belleville Avenue. It's housing. Whether it's low income, they could make another spot where they could do the exact same thing. And to me, it would probably be more affordable. And that, you can bring a lot more in.
So I know you have a campaign page, I think, on Facebook?
Yes.
So is that the only way to people to contact you?
Pretty much. I've been doing everything so far on Facebook, which is the first time I've ever had a Facebook. So it's the easiest way, I guess, to reach out to as many people as I can.
So if they want to reach out to you, type in Mike Medeiros. Is there a candidate to that, or?
Yeah, I've Googled it. If you Google Mike Medeiros, Mayor of New Bedford, it pops right up. It literally takes 2 seconds. It goes right to Facebook.
Okay, thanks for coming in.
Thank you.
October 1st is the election. You can actually vote before that. You can vote the Saturday before absentee. If you can't make even that Saturday, you can pick up an absentee ballot and vote. So if you like what Mike has to say, consider him on the ballot. But vote. Don't just complain on social media. Get out and vote. Better turnout is better for the city. So thanks for tuning in.